Point number one, I'm gonna show you guys how to set up your goals for your side hustle this summer. After you picked what you already wanna do, I'm gonna show you guys how to set it up. So as you guys can see over here, I'm on an app, it's called Trello. 100% free, no purchase, no bullshit like that. I'll show you guys some of my goals for 2024. Maybe this might be exposing myself a little bit. I'm gonna blur out some of the things that are more for me. I actually share this with one of my business partners because me and him compete into things. You know what, if I put my goals over here, he puts his goals over here. We try to see who can complete them first. Do competition like that. Competition is key. If you have somebody that is trying to be better than you, you're gonna wanna try to be better than them. So it's gonna be a friendly rivaling to get to the top. What I ended up doing now is I have all of my goals over here. So I broke them up into different pieces: short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals, and dreams. Dreams is anything 3 years plus, and you guys kind of get the gist between short, medium, and long-term. As you guys can see, I got some goals over here. Save up to $5,000, save up to $10,000, get up to $20,000 day trading on the demo account, got my real estate license. This, for example, is things that I've finished. So logos I finished, or like anything else, or like things like these. You guys kind of get the gist between what this means. So for example, like one of my big goals for a while when I first started, I make $1,000 profit in my first month, which I did. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to start this. Let's say your goal is to get 5 clients, all right? Goal, 5 clients. That's your goal, you're gonna add that to your list. So I'm gonna show you some different types of ways that you can achieve that. Let's say, for example, I have a business that I'm doing pressure washing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but you guys see that guy going door to door, knocking. He's trying to sell windows. So the gist of it is that the guy knocks up on the door. He goes, "Hey, good afternoon. How's it going? I don't know if you've seen us around in the neighborhood, but we're finishing up John's house over here. If you're interested, I can give you a walk around. I can show you what we're doing." The guy will go, "All right, so what we're actually doing is cleaning up all the windows. We're gonna do a fully clean ceramic job. It's gonna be beautiful. I want all the neighbors to see all this view." They'll give him a round, walk around, give him a good price. That's one that you could do. You could do door-to-door sales. Door-to-door sales is pretty good for most businesses, especially if you're working on their house itself. But when you're doing what I do, for example, is selling business cards, logos, or websites, I have to do cold calling. For me, what I do, I go through Facebook forums, or I look up on Google, I go businesses near me. I look this up, and you're gonna see a bunch of stuff like this, right? If you wanna narrow it down, this is a better way. So let's say I'm trying to sell food, right? Look up restaurants near me. So I'm looking, I got the Angry Chef, I got Bricks, I got all these different types of restaurants, Double O, Pizza Town, Geno's, all these different types of places, all right? Maybe I'm doing food distribution like I do over my other job. One thing that you can do with that is you look over, you see what kind of things they have. And that's, again, door to door. You go there, you knock on their door, or you give them a call or a cold email. Now, a cold call and cold emailing are very similar topics, but they're a little bit different. So cold calling, for example, what I would do is I would look how I'm looking right now on Google Maps, and I'd find a place like, let's say, Heritage Food and Drink. I'd call them and say, "Hey, how's it going? I was checking your guys out. Your guys' food looks great. Actually wondering, if you don't mind me asking, I'm with a food distribution company. What kind of product do you guys usually bring in? Is it a lot of like vegetables? Is it a lot of like fresh produce? Is it a lot of dry produce like flour, tomatoes, and things like that? Or what do you guys kind of use?" They'll probably walk you through this, say, "Oh, we'll do this, this, and that." I'll say, "Listen, I just talked to my boss and I showed my boss this restaurant. He said it looks absolutely amazing, but he looked at the food and said, I can get so much better price than what they're already getting. Because if they're getting from Ferraro or from Grande or whatever they're getting, I know I can get them a better price. So listen, I'm not trying to ask you for a handout. I'm trying to ask you for yourself to do a favor and save yourself more money to get more product." Close the deal right there. As soon as they hear you saying, "I'm going to save you money," the deal's there. The deal's right in their hands. If you tell me, maybe, maybe I can save you money. I don't know. I'll have to work it out with my boss. No, they're going to look at you like you're an idiot. As soon as you tell them that you could save them money, they're going to look at you that you just saved their life. Nobody wants to spend more money than they need to. Nobody. You always want to convince them. You never want to say, "Oh, I don't know, maybe I could." If you can, you got to convince them you can. If you can't, that's different. Then drop the deal. But if you can convince them of something, then do it. So another good way to set yourself some goals is to have competition. right? Like I was saying before, I had my buddy that I do competition with, one of my business partners. And me and him try to go one-upping each other, but in a friendly manner. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, fuck you because I got this much more than you did. It's more of a friendly manner, like, oh, yeah, well, I got 5 clients this week. How many did you get? And he's like, oh, yeah, well, I got 10. How about that? It's more of a friendly banter to try to get better at itself. It's like playing a video game with a friend that's better than you and he just keeps beating you at Mario Kart. Eventually, you're going to get good too. So if you have a partner that you could do this with, even better. My biggest gripe is when people try to advertise something and they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They'll hold up a sign and say, look at this, look at this, look at this. And then you ask them about it and they don't know what you're talking about. They'll be holding up a sign saying, festival. What day is it? It's July 1st. Yeah, July 1st. Learn about your topic before you try to discuss it with other people. This brings us on to our next topic.